Wood Testers.
Yo, what's good guys? It's Nightwing2303 from WoodTesters.com, and today we got a detailed look at these guys right here. This is the Nike KD9. Retail price is $150. You can thank all the other brands for that. Competition amongst companies is good because it pushes everybody to the limit and gives consumers the best options for the best prices. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get right into it. Normally we start off with the outsole, but today we're starting off with the cushion. This is Max Zoom, and it's a new rendition of the cushion setup, as this one is fully articulated, so the forefoot is independent from the rest of the foot, allowing for maximum coverage and flex while still providing the best impact protection and responsive ride that you can probably get on the market right now. So other than Boost, this stuff is it. Like, those are the two top tier cushions in my opinion. The only problem with this Max Zoom setup has been flexibility and mobility. So for like smaller guys like me, it's been a setup that we enjoy, but it's also one that we can't play in comfortably because it's just too hard to move around in them. So having a setup like this where the forefoot is completely independent from the rest of the foot, I think that it's amazing. You can actually feel this stuff underfoot as well, just from trying them on. Like, it's not restricted in any way. It just feels awesome. And the midsole right here is super thin, nothing like the LeBron 10. So you're getting the most out of the air that it can give you, which is great in my opinion. Now moving to the outsole, we have basically what looks like a honeycomb shaped traction pattern. I have no idea how this is going to play. Just from looking at it, you'd assume that it would be trash, but most of the time when I assume that traction is going to be trash, it ends up being really surprising. So who knows? We're just going to have to keep our fingers crossed. Going back to the cushion though, that's going to play into the coverage of the traction, because that forefoot is separate than the rest of the foot. You're going to get more flex out of these guys, and the more flex that you have, the more ground contact or coverage the rubber has with the floor. So the more flexibility, the better for the player, equals better traction. Usually. Now the upper is a one-piece construction, but it is in two pieces. So the forefoot is Flyknit, and this is real f***ing Flyknit, guys. It's real Flyknit. So with this, there's no glue. There is another layer behind it though, and it is nylon. Now this is something that they've been using to back their engineered mesh, and I've always been like, why don't you just do that for Flyknit? It removes the stretch that Flyknit naturally has while adding strength and still allowing for complete mobility and freedom of the material. And that's what they did here, and I'm really happy about it. And on top of that, the way that they've kind of like weaved or knitted the material together, there is just multiple zones of strength and stretch, which is shown within that honeycomb shape. So it's really interesting how they did that. This to me is probably the best woven or knitted upper that they've come up with, besides maybe the Air Jordan 29. Then the back half of the shoe is just typical nylon with foam structure and mesh overlays. And then the seam that you see blending the two areas together, that area might cause some discomfort for wide footers and those with high arches. And then you have the dynamic lacing system right here, and you can actually feel it, wrapping around your foot when you try the shoe on. I think it's awesome. So as far as sizing is concerned, immediately I went down half a size, because just looking at the shoe, like I've been doing this for a long time, and I just know that this is going to be a problem, especially in the heel and possibly in the forefoot, since it's a one piece, kind of sock. So going down half a size, it was really hard to get my foot in there because this collar doesn't stretch at all. But once my foot was in there, it felt 100% contained. So I would recommend going down half a size, but I would also recommend trying them on in store. This is one of those shoes that you don't want to really play around with the sizing. You want to make sure that you get the appropriate size for you. So that pretty much takes care of it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this quick detailed look. Make sure to stay tuned for an upcoming performance review. I'll get that out as soon as possible. Just give me some time. So thanks again. Let me know your thoughts on these guys right here down below in the comment section, and stay tuned for more. So until next time guys, have a good one. But nothing's been confirmed as far as a release. And then another added detail to both shoes is their insoles, both of which paying homage to the city that they represent. So again, the retail price for this pack, it is a 2-pack, they come in a 2-tier box, is $333. This is where most of the changes have been made to the shoe. Not only was the upper entirely redesigned, but it also features brand new materials. Now what they used here is a mesh upper with a polyurethane overlay on top of that for structural support and durability. Now,